This is the story of how I quit hula hooping after 1 month of me starting my hoop journey. If you don't know my story already, I started hooping in 2013 or 2014. I went to a music festival called Mountain Jam, which is a super hippie music festival that happens in upstate New York. The story is, in a sea of thousands of people, I see this girl with a bunch of hula hoops over her shoulder, and I see her walking up the hill, and I literally sprinted to her, like pushed people out of my way so that I could get to her. And I said to her, I was like, I want one of those. You pick which one is good for me, and I will give you however much it costs. I don't care. She picks this hula hoop. It was a beginner dance hoop that was gold and had teal gaffer stripe tape around it. It was probably like a 38-inch hoop. Way too big for me, but I absolutely loved it. The entire time, for the rest of my time at that music festival, I did not put that thing down. I didn't know how to do any type of tricks. I just brought it around with me. I did waist hooping. I was watching other girls who had hula hoops and was trying to copy whatever it was that they were doing, not knowing a single thing. When I went home, I was very diligent about hula hooping every single day for hours on end. But during that time, it was only YouTube where you could find tutorials online, and there weren't that many. You know, the OG hoopers who had some videos out there. A lot of the videos that were posted online were not the things that I wanted to learn. I pretty much just taught myself how to hula hoop, doing tricks by watching videos on Instagram. And because I didn't really have that guidance, I was terrible because hula hooping is not intuitive. There's a mechanic to it that is not something that someone can just pick up and just understand unless you're an amazing prodigy, which I was not one of them. And so after about a month of practicing and not seeing any type of progress, I literally put that hoop down, let it collect dust in my closet for, I want to say like 6 months. I had not been so excited about a purchase ever since I bought like a camera in high school. When I first bought that camera, I was so enamored. Like, I brought that thing literally everywhere with me. That's how I felt about the hula hoop. I was so excited. I did everything that I could to find videos online so that I could practice and try. But I got so discouraged that I quit, essentially. 6 months later, my friend Anna also was a hula hooper. She had suggested, why don't you bring your hoop, or let's hoop together one day, because she found out that I also had a hula hoop. And so we flowed together for a couple of weeks, a couple of months, and then we decided that we wanted to buy new hula hoops because we didn't like the ones that we had anymore. And when I bought that hula hoop, everything just completely changed for me. And that's why I always tell people, it's sometimes not you, it's your hula hoop. It depends on what your goals are as a hooper. If you want to learn on-body stuff, or if you want to do off-body stuff, which is what I wanted to do. If you don't have the right hoop, it's going to keep you from progressing in your hoop journey. Ever since that day that I bought that hula hoop with Anna, I literally have not stopped hooping. That was the first hoop that I ever posted a flow video to. That was the hoop that I learned breaks and paddles on. That was the hoop that I really got into a flow state with. I don't know where that hoop is anymore, but it was a 33-inch 5/8 polypro, natural polypro, nothing special to it. Bought it from a local hoopsmith, and it literally changed my life. And ever since then, I literally have not stopped hooping. And now I have hundreds of hula hoops and make my own hula hoops. There was a draw to the hula hoop that I cannot explain. I'm coming on here to give you a piece of advice, or just remind you that if there is something that your heart is drawing you towards, or if there is something that you just can't get out of your mind, because during those 6 months, I would see that hula hoop every single day. And I would be like, I don't want to get rid of it. I still want it because I would still like to become a really cool hula hooper. But I was so discouraged that I didn't want to put the work in to actually do that. If you are feeling like there is something that you just do not want to give up on, whether it's photography, cooking, painting, anything, and you are so set on it, even though you are terrible, just keep going. Because had I just given up, had Anna not suggested that we hula hoop together, had I not bought that new hula hoop, I don't think that I would be at this point in my hoop journey today. I would not have amazing community online. I would not have had opportunities to teach across the country. I would not have had opportunities to travel, to do brand deals and work with huge names. And it's mind-blowing that it really dwindled down to me just not giving up, or me saying, okay, I guess I'll bring my hula hoop that day. If you are feeling like you want to bring your craft anywhere, bring your craft everywhere, because you have no idea what opportunity, what door is about to open, or what is going to click in your brain that, hey, maybe this is something that I need to stick with, or maybe this is something that I want to explore, or maybe this is something that will make me really happy. You're never gonna know if you give up and you let it collect dust in your closet. If there is a draw, if there is a yearning, if there is a magnetic pull to whatever it is, I challenge you to explore that. Even if you think it's just a silly little hobby, it could be so much more than that. So thank you so much for listening to my quitting story. And I hope that you explore whatever it is that is lighting up something inside of you today.